you bum. You bum.
Hey,
Next question.
what's the difference between saying racist or racism and racial bias?
I don't know how to answer that question.
A racial bias, I feel like, is
that can touch on what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
When you asked, would you ever date someone out of your race?
Mhm.
Like, that's a racial bias.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't. Some people just only want to date other black people.
yeah. It's not necessarily a negative thing.
It's not.
Racial bias aren't the problem. Racism itself is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you grew up as a black person, you obviously look at white people a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and that is normally negative. But if you grew up black and you looked at another black person and you were like, hey, I feel like we would be, based on our life experience, I feel like, you being black and me being black, we understand each other on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? Like, just off of that alone, that's a racial bias, but it's not really a negative thing. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't
and
like the
here's
whole
another,
dating within just your race, because then it's just making it seem, hey, we only like each other because we're Hispanic.
But you're biased to that.
Yeah.
You're biased to that. I tried to hold her hand, and she moved it down.
I'm sorry.
If you're talking about Spider-Man, you pick which Spider-Man you want.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a bias. Like, for me, I'm biased to fucking Miles.
Yep.
Not just because he's black, but because of the way, like, his stories are just. I can pick more stories that I like about him than I can for Spider-Man.
Like I'll go see Black Panther because we need more black superheroes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna go see that shit because I have never, ever read a Black Panther book.
oh my god. Oh, I mean, he's, to be fair, he's
Except for in Illuminati.
I'm gonna go see it for the claws.
oh my claws, Elsy. Bro, you should have seen her yesterday. She was like this, and then she looked at him like she was surprised. Like, whoa, I just did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody like Black Panther. That nigga is a king, and he's in a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always call him the Black Batman or whatever, but it's not the same thing because fucking Batman wasn't the king of shit. Like,
Yeah, he really wasn't.
he was just a normal rich guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Black Panther has to deal, like, if you read Black Panther comics, he has to deal with being a king alongside being
the fucking village protector.
Yeah, like
The
being a
city protector.
superhero, basically.
You know what's good as a what's it called? As a good representation of if racism wasn't in the picture, I feel like Overwatch. They got different ethnicities, different
And
people
every
from
character is-
around.
and
Every character is different.
man.
It's not the same thing.
If they make that into it, they need to make that into a show. If they make that into a show, like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a I wouldn't say a missed opportunity because for all we know, they can
And
do
now
it.
you got, Doomfist. There you go. Like, you literally have every person of every ethnicity, of every race, every different background. And what do people do when they buy the game? They don't care.
Yeah.
They just pick a character and they play that shit. I wish people around the world would act like gamers where we don't care.
Yeah.
Where I feel like that would be as
A lot
our
of that, though-
peace, as our
A lot of that, though, is the games that people play. Because a lot of people play games where, like Overwatch, right? Where it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, the only difference between characters is their aesthetics and their powers. Like, everybody's pretty much a blank slate-ish kind of person. Like, there isn't a lot of fucking variance in what they do or who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, the bad guys are general bad people and the good guys are general good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing fucking crazy happens. But I feel like the big thing about those kind of games is the ability just to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, to choose. Like, like, I could choose to be Lucio, who's Brazilian and fucking jumping on walls.
Or I could choose to be May because she's Chinese.
Or I could choose to be a French soulless sniper person that kills everyone from afar.
And she's French.
Yeah. Fine as shit.
Or I could be.
And there you go. She a different kind of color. She ain't even black. She purple. Like,
She's blue. The amount of people that were racist, like, in 1930,
yeah.
compared to the amount of people that are racist today, is significantly different. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot say that when racism was legal, there were the same amount of people as when it is now illegal. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Yeah.
And here's just what you have to do. what you have to do is, if you want to stop seeing racism, like just on a personal level, like that's something that you change.
Yeah.
And then you impart whatever it is that you felt you learned and you felt that you can impart. You impart that on your children.
Yeah.
And have them do the exact same thing.
Yep.
Or you do it.
Yeah.
You impart that on their children.
Yeah.
Until like there's just no generation of you anymore.
Until one day you look at your grandkids and on a video on YouTube and there's one hybrid and two black people talking about racism, and then you'll think that you.
We love you.
And I'm gonna end it.
Love you, Grandma.
Like, if we can all just like stop hating like just people for race,
Yeah.
we can just start hating people for shit like that is
That matters, yeah.
Yeah,
Like poor
just-
driving skills or having more money than me. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
End it off here. The only thing I wish for is that there's, I hope that there's world peace in the world, but that is probably going to be impossible. It annoys me more at the fact that some people irks this. They get annoyed by interracial couples.
Oh.
And they get annoyed when people sit next to another ethnicity. Okay, so
I'm gonna go kiss my girlfriend real quick.
the end of the day is, if you guys actually feel some type of way about a certain situation, whether it's racism or PETA or
Why when you said that, I initially went to
PETA,
I went straight to the Hunger Games. If you want to talk about PETA, like PETA was the thing.
about global warming, Area 51, anything like that. If you feel some type of way about it, do something about it. Because there are literally people all over where I see it on my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anywhere on social media. They say a lot of stupid things, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Whether it's not having common sense or not having enough research
Yeah.
to know what the hell it is. But my thing is, racism will always still be around. I wish it wasn't, but it is. But I'm glad there are people like us that don't really care about it. And we have friends from every fucking color. Like, I gotta, it's just a matter of like accepting it. You guys, you know what? Racism is a good example of fucking Steven. Watch that shit. Because that shows you about gays, acceptance, equality, love, relationship issues, all in one, and somebody dies.
We've done it. We've done it, Elsy.
Who dies?
We've done it again. Where everything always goes back to Steve.
God, y'all like
All you gotta
fucking.
do is just watch Steve.
Y'all like Nick Wright. Y'all can shoehorn LeBron and everything.
Hey, Steven Universe is the greatest demolisher of racism
Really
I'll
is.
ever have. So just watch that shit and you won't be racist. Okay? Cool. Love you.
We
All right,
are the
pound
Crystal
it.
Gems.
Pound it. Not. Oh no, that's
that's
dude
still perfect. Don't you do it.
No, that's Dashy.
That's
Dashy.
No.
Shit.
Elsie, how
I'll
do you
catch you
open
guys
this?
on the next one.
Elsie, how do you win this video? How do you?
Oh my God. That's it for today's episode. If you guys have anything that you want to say, comment below. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. Tell me how you feel.
Yep.
Tell me your opinions, because I'm sure my opinion is different than yours. But anyway, I'll see you guys on the later one. Pen out and bye.
I'm sorry, Kitty.
Weakness comes and goes.